Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about your oral exams for Chinese second language and Chinese second language advanced. Today I'll be providing you a few sample answers for your general conversation questions. I pick out a few questions that I will provide you a sample answer. As we all know, when we are preparing your answers for all those questions, some answers could be short and some could be longer. And students normally get confused how much details you put into each answer and how many Chinese idioms are you going to use in your answers. So I'll give you 3 different questions today, and then each question I'll be providing a sample answer. Okay, let's get started. All today's sample question and answers will be drawn from the topic school, 学校. And I'll do the question and answers both in Chinese and English. I'll do a little bit explanation afterwards as well. Question 1. 你今年上几年级？你学哪些科目？ So this question is asking you which year level are you in and what subjects are you doing. Apparently, this one is a simple question, so your answer should be rather short. You just need to provide information which year level you're in and what subjects you're doing, basically listing all the information. That's enough. So the sample answer will be 我今年上11年级，正在学习日文、英文、中文、化学、中数和高数课。 The first half of the answer, you're telling the examiners you're in year 11 this year, and you're studying Japanese, English, Chinese, chemistry, math methods, and specialist. So for this type of questions, it didn't ask you why or reasons, so we just simply list all the information there. The second sample question will be, 你最喜欢什么科目? What's your favorite subject? For this type of questions, you can't just say, for example, Chinese is my favorite subject, and full stop. You have to explain the reason why Chinese is your favorite subject. So you have to provide a certain amount of details in your answer. The sample answer for this one is 我喜欢我所有的科目，但是我只对中文情有独钟。我认为中文不仅是一门科目，它是一把开启祖国大门的钥匙。 带着这把钥匙，我就可以在中国找工作、做生意，也能使用它了解中国伟大的历史和文化。我认为，身为炎黄子孙，就有义务传承和发扬祖国的文化。Apparently, when you look at this sample answer, there are a lot of like Chinese idioms, and the sentences are pretty complex as well. This is a high-level sample answer. Of course, we need to include a lot of Chinese idioms and some higher order vocabulary in there. I'll quickly go through the answers in English. So my favorite subject is Chinese. I like all my subjects, but for Chinese, one of my favorites. So basically they're saying, I also think Chinese is not only a subject you're studying, it's also a key to open the door of China. So with this key, basically you're saying, when I learned Chinese, when I acquired the language skills, I actually obtained a key to open the door of China. I could go to China to look for a job. I could do business with Chinese people. I could also use it to understand the great history and culture of China. I also think as a Chinese people, I have the obligation to make sure Chinese culture is being promoted in Australia. So apparently there are a lot of information in this answer. There are a lot of reasons, and it also mentioned a lot about Chinese culture, Chinese history, and why I should continue promoting the culture and the benefits of studying Chinese. A lot of reasons behind, and there are a lot of Chinese idioms in there. That's a high-scoring sample answer for your oral exams. The last sample question I would give you, 你觉得哪门课最难? So which subject do you think is the most difficult? Which subject do you think is the most difficult? The sample answer is 我认为英文课最难。这是因为我没有快速和有效的方法提高这门课的学习成绩。为了提高英语水平，我需要大量的阅读。但是在不堪重负的作业和考试压力下， 找出空余时间读书是一件非常困难的事情。另外，英文写作更是难点，因为作文题目是千变万化的，不像数学题有统一 标准，容易把握。Pretty similar to the previous sample answer. A lot of information. I give my statement in the first sentence. I say, I think English is the most difficult subject I'm doing, and a lot of reasons behind it. Because I'm unable to find a very effective studying method for English in order to improve my result. And also, I feel like I need to do a lot of readings. But during year 11 and 12, there are a lot of study pressures and a lot of exams that I don't really have time to do a lot of reading. I found it very difficult. In addition, also writing in English is another difficult thing to do because every year there will be different writing topics. It's just not like math. You have a universal answers or standard answers to tackle. It's more difficult for us to do this in English. There are a lot of Chinese idioms in this sample answer too. For example, 不堪重负. So it's too much pressure, too much burden, I can't handle. Also, in this sample answer, the logic is very good. I also use some linking words, for example, 另外 in addition, and then I emphasize my reason, and then relate back to the question. So as we can see, in order to achieve a higher score in your oral exam, you basically have to identify which questions the answers will be short and which type of questions you might need to provide more details and information in your answers. You have also to be aware of the grammar, the sentence structure, and try to incorporate a lot of Chinese idioms and linking words to make sure the logic is also right. If you're watching this, when I read out those sample answers in Chinese, you can also hear the pronunciation and the rhythm, and the way I talk in Chinese is a little bit different from English. You also have pause, or your tones are always changing as well, and you want to make sure you emphasize on certain things so the examiner will catch the main point you're trying to deliver. Okay, so I hope this video will be of any help to you, and then the next video I'm gonna do more sample questions and sample answers just to help you to prepare the full list of general conversation questions. In the future, I might do another video about your second part in the oral exams, which you have to bring in the picture, and there will be discussion around the picture. We call this like a viewing activity, and we can look into this part as well.